Yeah, so we have two different generation lift walkers. This is the one we're fundraising for. It is newer, nicer design, for clinical reasons. So the main thing with gait training and training someone to walk is that you don't want the person's weight going through their arms so they can focus on moving their legs. So with this lift walker, that's a huge problem, because even with it having its lifting capability, the person is like this, it creates dysfunction in the shoulders, and it also creates pain. And it's hard to imagine holding yourself like this for 20, 30 minutes trying to walk, because this is what you feel like when you're walking with paralysis on this lift walker. So it's not holding you. There are some leg straps that go on this that doesn't necessarily, it adds some level of support, but it's not 100% load off your arms and shoulders, which again, the shoulder is the most shallow joint in the human body, so it's easy to cause injury to it and overstress it. Not to mention, the design on this is old. This is carpet in here, inside these vinyl covers. So it served its purpose. It's been useful, but it's caused a limitation for progressing our gait training model. Not to mention, you have the wheels that allow it to roll forward and back, and I can unlock these wheels to make 360-degree turns. But notice I have nothing to stop me from going forward or back on there. I'm saying this because there's another feature on the new one that addresses that also. So if a person's walking and they're loose balance, or the walker can shift if the trainer's not holding on to it. So moving on to the new one, you have similar up and down action. Should I turn it on? But this guy here can lift you from your hips. So it's no pressure, no stress. And so you have two different styles of harnesses. You got a seat cradle that will attach and sit here, or you have a harness that will cup the thighs and hold you by your hip structure to use it. So automatically, we have achieved not putting our weight through our arms, and when one of the seating apparatuses is in place, this goes around your hips so you can stay upright like this, so you can all improve posture while trying to walk forward. This frame also has a few wheel locking features. That one, if I set the wheel locking feature, I can keep it from rolling backwards. I can also directionally set it to go in one unilateral direction without being able to turn it left or right. And I can just do standstill, so I can set the wheels to lock all four of them where it doesn't roll whatsoever. So you got 4 different locking features on the wheels. You have the seat cradle that holds you up by your hip structures, and no weights, little to no weights going through your arms, so you can focus on actual gait training. And the design is new and improved, so it is. You look at it, you want to get on it. And another added feature that is unique to this apparatus, it can also serve as a Hoyer lift, which can lift a person from the ground or from a seated position from one piece of equipment to another. So we have a dual use machine here. So there's another set of straps that you can take and open the legs up to straddle a piece of equipment, a table, one of our pieces of equipment here, and can lower it down and lift somebody up and set them up and down on a piece of equipment without going through the heavy burden of getting the full netting needed to actually use the standard Hoyer lift to move a person from equipment to equipment. So you got dual use, you have no weight going through the arms, you have retro design, you have added locking features on the wheel. Functionality, it's lighter, it's much lightweight, much more lighter than the older one, and the battery holds a charge for much longer. So Have you noticed when I put my weight on this, it started to sink the boom down. So it's aging, the actuator is dying. So it's going to be, this is a piece that's going to die eventually, and the manufacturer, the guy who built this thing in his garage and sold them, he's no longer designing these, he's retired. So when this completely goes down, we'll be out of the use of a piece of equipment if we don't complete the purchase on the Rift and E-Pacer. We'll have an obsolete piece of equipment, won't be able to get rid of it, it'll be scrap metal when the motor fully dies. It lacks certain functionality, and again, it's not effective for our gait training program. So ultimately, this is the vote, this has been the vote. I've wanted this device here for the last 3 years, and we finally have it, and we'd like to keep it.